Okay, welcome back to the show. Now, this week, the indies are going to be done very weird, completely different because I don't have my notes. I told you at the beginning of the show the printer does not work. Hopefully it will next week. Now, let's get to the results from last week's shows. Going to start with AAW in Berwyn, Illinois. Here are the results. The Phoenix Twins defeated Hunter Matthews and Knight Wagner. Keith Walker defeated Rajke Brown. Egotistico Fantastico defeated CJ Otis. Danny Daniels, Trick Davis, Merrick Brave defeated Brett Kakia, CJ Esperza, and Nick Brubaker. Silas Young defeated Jimmy Jacobs. Chandler McClure defeated Christian Abel. The North Star Express and Eric Cannon defeated Shane Hollister and Crutch in a handicap match. And in the main event, Tyler Black defeated Josh Raymond to stay the AAW Heavyweight Champion. Now to the land of Chikara. They had 2 shows last weekend. Going to start with All That Glitters in Reading, Pennsylvania. Player Uno and Dos defeated Ophidian and Amasis. Brody Lee defeated Ultimo Breakfast. Fire Ant defeated Jimmy Olsen by disqualification. Shane Storm defeated Mike Quackenbush. Chuck Taylor, Icarus, and Gran Akuma defeated Lince Dorado and Las Chivas 2 and 3. Buck Hawk defeated Claudio Castagnoli. Worker Ant defeated Vin Gerard. It was a non-title Young Lions Cup match. And in the main event, Hollow Wicked and Delirious successfully defended the Campeones de Parejas, defeating Tim Donst and Hydra 2 falls to 0. And then the next day in the ECW arena, Vanity and Violence, here are the results. Los Ice Creams defeated Las Chivas 2 and 3. Fire Ant defeated Chuck Taylor. Mitch Ryder and Shane Buckhawk defeated Sarah Del Rey and Bobby Dempsey. Jamie Olsen defeated Worker Ant. Player Uno and Dos defeated Gran Akuma and Icarus. Vin Gerard made his first successful defense of the Young Lions Cup, beating Drake Younger by disqualification. Ultramantis Black, Crossbones, and Dr. Cube defeated Mike Quackenbush, Tim Donst, and Hydra. Eddie Kingston defeated Lince Dorado and Claudio Castagnoli. Hollow Wicked and Delirious defeated Brody Lee and the Osirian Portal of Amasis and Ophidian. And finally, CZW Deja Vu 4. Here are the quick results. Ryan McBride defeated LJ Cruz and Drew Blood. Joe Gacy and Alex Colon defeated Jagged and Shane Matthews 2.0. The Necro Butcher and Nikki Benz defeated Danny Havoc and Nate Hatred. Sammy Callahan defeated John Dahmer and Wax. Andy Sumner and Drew Gulak successfully defended the CZW Tag Team titles, beating Scotty Vortex and Dustin Lee, Cheech and Cloudy, and Beef Wellington and Greg Excellent. Pinky Sanchez defeated Sabian to stay the to be the number 1 contender to the CZW Junior Heavyweight title. Brain Damage defeated DJ Hyde and Cobain to stay the Iron Man champion. Drake Younger defeated Ruckus to stay the CZW Heavyweight champion. And in a no-rope barbed wire Taipei death match, Devin Moore defeated Nick Gage. Now, to the rest of the indies for this week and beyond. Gonna start with this weekend. IWA Shut Up or Put Up 2008, or Put Up or Shut Up 2008. It's the same thing. Here is the card for tomorrow night. Trevor Murdoch will face Nick Gage. Dingo defends the Mid-South Heavyweight title against Drake Younger. Bobby Fish will face Michael Elgin. 2 Cold Scorpio faces Sammy Callahan. Egotistico Fantastico faces Scotty Vortex. And in tag action, Jason Hades and Ricochet against Jason Quick and Prince Mustafa Ali. IWC back in action tomorrow night with Newville Knockout 4. Babyface Fire Shima Zion and Jason Gorey will face the Motor City Machine Guns of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Sexual Harassment will face the Gambino Brothers. Jake the Snake Roberts against John McChesney. Dennis Gregory defends the IWC Heavyweight title against Ricky Reyes. Jimmy DeMarco against Ian Jordan. Logan Shulo against Troy Lords. And Michael Facade against Johnny Gorgiano. Jersey All-Pro back to action tomorrow night. Exit 14A Homecoming in Bayonne, New Jersey. Dan Moff in the main event will face Danny DeMonto. Grim Reaper defends the New Jersey State title against Bandito Jr. and Corvus Fear. The Heavy Hitters will face the Nigerian Nightmares, and Chase Del Monte will face Chris Dickinson. Now this Sunday, IWA Mid-South, We Are Family 2. It is in Joliet, Illinois. The doors open at 1 p.m. The main event, a strong style dream match. The Necro Butcher will face Too Cold Scorpio. The IWA Mid-South Heavyweight title will be on the line. Dingo, at the moment, if he's still champ, will defend the title against Trevor Murdoch. Michael Elgin will defend the strong style title against Nick Gage. And Egotistico Fantastico, Bobby Fish, Jimmy Jacobs, and Josh Raymond face off in a four-way with a very interesting stipulation. The man that wins the match picks his first round opponent for the TPI, which we'll get to in a moment. Now, Full Impact Pro is 1 week from tomorrow night. Heatstroke 08. Eric Stevens defends the FIP Heavyweight Championship against Go Shiozaki. In a weapons match, the Black Market face the Dark City Fight Club, and Kenny King will face Tyler Black. Now on Labor Day weekend, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla back to action with All-Star Weekend 7. Now, here is the card for August the 30th. The main event, the PWG Heavyweight Championship, will be on the line in a four-way match. Chris Hero, who will be making his first title defense as the champ, defends the title against, get ready for this, Eddie Kingston, Low Key, and the Necro Butcher. How about that? Those three men against Chris Hero, it's going to be wild. The Pro Wrestling Guerrilla Tag Team titles are on the line. The Age of the Fall, Tyler Black and Jimmy Jacobs defend the gold against the Young Bucks of Matt and Nick Jackson. International six-man tag match sees El Generico, Kevin Steen, and Susumu Yokosuka against Jack Evans, Pac, and Roderick Strong. Alex Kozlov will face Rocky Romero. The Dynasty, Scott Lost and Joey Ryan will face Los Luchas of Phoenix Star and Socre. Candice LeRae will face Chuck Taylor. Vin Gerard will face Scorpio Sky. And Hook Bomberry and TJ Perkins will face the debuting team of Mark Davis and Ash Riot. Then the next night, August the 31st, 5 p.m. is the bell time. Chris Hero, if he is still the champ, will defend the title against Pac. If Low Key wins back the PWG title, he will defend He will defend the title against Rocky Romero. If Tyler Black and Jimmy Jacobs are still the PWG Tag Team Champions, they will defend the titles against Jack Evans and Roderick Strong. Eddie Kingston will face the Necro Butcher. That match could be for the PWG Heavyweight title. The Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, if they win the PWG Tag Team titles, will face El Generico and Kevin Steen. In tag action, the Dynasty, Scott Lost and Joey Ryan will face Vin Gerard and Chuck Taylor. Alex Kozlov against Susumu Yokosuka, and TJ Perkins against Scorpio Sky. Now, to AAW, Hostile Intentions 08, Saturday, September the 6th. A couple of matches have been announced at the moment. Crotch will defend the AAW Heritage Championship against Eric Cannon. Danny Daniels, Trick Davis, and Merrick Brave in a six-man against Brett Gakio, CJ Esparza, and Nick Brubaker, plus the return of Joey Matthews and M-Dog 20 Matt Cross. Chikara back to action on September the 6th and 7th. Now, of course, it starts with La Loteria Lethal, which is the Lethal Lottery. Now, 18 wrestlers are going to be in this, and 16 of them will be drawn at random. Here are the men currently involved in this event: Eddie Kingston, Hydra, Ultimo Breakfast, Lince Dorado, Mike Quackenbush, Vin Gerard, Larry Sweeney, Jimmy Olsen, Helios, Claudio Castagnoli, and Brody Lee. The two men that are not picked will face each other in a one-on-one non-tournament match. And then, September the 7th, Style and Substance, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the ECW Arena. The main event for the first time ever in Chikara history, a steel cage match. Claudio Castagnoli against Brody Lee. The Super Smash Brothers will face the Fabulous 2, and Soldier Ant goes one-on-one with Jimmy Olsen. And finally, Ted Petty Invitational news. Unfortunate news, BJ Wimmer had to have hand surgery. He is out of the tournament, but replacing him in the tournament now is Ares, one of the big stars over in Europe, and frequent tag team partner of Claudio Castagnoli. Well, I hope you enjoyed and somehow survived this week's Indie Review. It will be better next week. Japan and the NWA are next.